guys, so since today is the first Monday of October, I decided to do a spooky tags like horror Halloween question thing. I found it on Google and it was actually posted a year ago. I will have the video and the questions linked down below in the description box if you are curious. And yeah, so I just figured this will be a great way to kick off the month of October. Number 1 is, what is your favorite horror / Halloween themed song? Mine is actually Nightmare Before Christmas. This is Halloween. That is my favorite song, hands down, when it comes to the Halloween time, like October, the whole month of October. I just listen to that on repeat, essentially. I like the Panic at the Disco's version, the original, Marilyn Manson's, I just like it, all of it. Number 2 is, name something you wouldn't want to run into in a dark forest or in an abandoned building. Bloody face. That is actually plausible because there are serial killers who do horrific things to people. That would probably be my least anticipated thing to run into. Number 3. Number 3 is, have you ever played with a Ouija board? I have not actually played with a real legit Ouija board. When I was in elementary school, I used to have massive sleepovers, and sometimes the girls would make Ouija boards out of pieces of paper, and my dad didn't like that kind of stuff, so he ended up throwing it away almost every single time. But since I was 8 to 10, I've never played with another Ouija board. I have no interest to play with Ouija boards. Number 4 is, what is your favorite horror monster / villain? Mine is really any serial killer that is really smart. Number 5 is, what is the creepiest thing that ever happened to you while you were alone? So last year on Halloween, I was living with my mom and her boyfriend and my brother. My mom and her boyfriend were out of town because her boyfriend was working a few cities over from where we lived, so she went to visit him for that weekend. And my brother was with his friends, and this guy was coming over, so I was there alone, and it was 8:30 or so till that was the span that I was alone, essentially. And there was a knock on the door, and I went to go answer the door, but I was kind of late because I was in the middle of doing something. I don't remember what I was doing, so I didn't get to the door immediately, and I opened the door and no one was there. So okay, whatever, it's probably the little kid trick-or-treaters that come out relatively early, and I just chalked it up to that. And then I closed the door, left it alone and everything. Well, then there was another knock, knock on the door right as I was I closed the door and I took a few steps away and there was another knock. And this time was a little bit harder. You could tell there was more of a force to it, so I waited a second. I looked through to see if it was gonna stop or if they were gonna keep going. And so I let it happen, waited a second, went over the peephole, looked through, and there's nothing there. So this time I proceeded to lock the door. I don't remember if there's 2 locks or 1, but I do remember locking the door. And there was a third knock that was pounding on the door, and I ended up just pretty much staying in my bedroom, locking that door, and just that is probably the creepiest thing that's ever happened while I was alone. Is, would you spend the night alone in a haunted house if you were dared to? No way in hell am I spending the night in a haunted house. Number 7, are you superstitious? Not really. There are things I know because of my family. I don't think they're superstitious, but they've told me, if you break a mirror, it's 7 years bad luck, don't walk under a ladder, bad things come in counts of 3, I believe, things like that. I don't really believe that stuff. I just don't, I don't walk under a ladder, but it's mostly just because I feel that's an inconvenient place to be. If the ladder is in use, why are you under the ladder? That doesn't make any sense to me. Number 8, do you ever see figures in your peripheral vision? No, I don't. And if I did, I would definitely tell Skylar, or I would go to a doctor. Number 9, which urban legend scares you the most? Slender Man. Definitely Slender Man. I don't know what it is, but it creeps me out. Number 10, do you prefer gore or thrillers? Definitely thrillers. Number 11, do you believe in other dimensions or worlds? I believe in other dimensions. Number 12 says, have you ever made a potion of any sort? I have not. Number 13, do you get scared easily? I do. Everything scares me. Number 14, have you ever played Bloody Mary? No. Kind of with the Ouija board thing, I have no interest in playing. 15, do you believe in demons or the devil? I do, that is because I'm a Christian, so like it comes from a more religious standpoint, which is why I kind of believe in other dimensions. Number 16 says, you're home alone and you hear footsteps in your house. What do? I'm going to make sure I have my cell phone, I'm going to grab my dog, and I'm going to go outside, get like far, far away, potentially get in my car and drive away, and call the police. And then after that, I'm going to call Skylar and let him know to not go home if he's on his way home. So those are going to be like the steps of process. I'm not going to go looking for it. That is the last thing I'm going to do. No, I'm going to leave. I'm going to get out, like, right then. Number 17 says, if you got trapped in any scary movie, what movie would you want it to be? I'm going to pick any zombie movie, TV show, anything like that. I feel like I can handle zombies a lot better if I can handle, like, demon possessions or, like, ghost movies or slasher movies. I feel like zombies I can handle. It's like, there's nothing else there. They're reanimated corpses. That's it. Number 18 says, if you could only wear one Halloween costume for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm gonna say witch. Number 19 says, would you ever go to a graveyard at night? I've been to a graveyard at night when I was playing Pokemon Go with my brother. We stayed in the car, did not go out and walk around. The graveyard that's nearby where my family lives in Florida has peacocks, and I don't know if you guys know, but peacocks make the shrieking noise that sounds like women screaming. So a lot of times people will go there and they'll get scared by the peacocks shouting because it's in a graveyard and they hear screaming. So yeah, I just don't go because it's really dark. I don't feel safe. I feel like it's a really good place to get hurt. So yeah, I guess I would go. I have been. Number 20 says, you're in a zombie apocalypse. What is your weapon of choice? Mine would be some kind of knife, I guess. Definitely not a gun. So some kind of knife thing. I'm not very skilled with a lot of weapons, but I feel like I could get skilled. Number 21, would you rather go to a Halloween party or a trick-or-treating? I definitely like Halloween parties. I think they're a lot of fun. Number 22, you're in a horror movie. Are you the final girl, the first Jedi, the comic relief, the skeptic, the smart one, or the killer? I'm either the final girl or the first to die. Like, there's no in between for me. Number 23, do you have to watch something happy after watching a horror movie before you go to sleep? Sometimes I think it just depends on the level of creepiness that the movie has. Number 24 says, while watching a scary movie, are you the person to yell at the characters, the one who covers their eyes, or the one who falls asleep? I'm a combination of the first two. Number 25 says, are you the one that gets scared, or are you the one that does the scaring? I'm the one that gets scared. Number 26, favorite scary book. There used to be a book I used to read as a kid. I'm pretty sure it was called Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark. There was like a trilogy, like a volume or something like that. I can't remember what they are. I didn't look them up. But those definitely I liked when I was a kid. It asks, how old were you when you first saw your scary movie? So, because of my wonderful aunt, I used to watch a lot of grown-up movies before I was old enough to watch grown-up movies, like Alien, or I think it was Alien. It was either Alien or Alien. The first scary movie that I remember actually scaring me was The Ring, though, and I was still in elementary school, so still too young. Number 28 asks, what was your first Halloween costume? It's like a lot of kids my age, or that I know, wear pumpkins their first Halloween. I was a pumpkin for my first Halloween, but I'm pretty sure my mom told me that the first Halloween costume that I actually got to dress up for was Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and it was like the yellow ball gown. Number 29 asks, what are you going to be for Halloween this year? I actually know what I'm going to be for Halloween this year because I'm starting a lot earlier than usual. I am going to be a like woodland fairy thing. Let me know if you want to see like a little segment series. I can do like outside of my already planned schedule of like my Halloween costumes. If you could have a spooky Halloween pet, what would it be? Out of the options, definitely an owl. I can't think of a more perfect animal. The other option I was really, like, I thought hard about, which was a wolf, but I think the owl would probably be my favorite. I love owls. They're my favorite animal. I have a little owl potpourri thing right there. So it's an owl right there. I have a lot of them. So that is my spooky Halloween question tag video to kick off the month of October. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun answering these questions. I will have them linked all down below so you can read them yourselves, or you can also answer them. Any of you guys that watch, I totally tag you to film the video. Also, I don't know any of you, but if I do, you can film it, and you can upload it, and you can let me know. We can converse down below. Yeah, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below, and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Have a great day. Bye guys!